that's not your normal chimney with the... Is that already down, the big chimney?
Yeah.
The one with
That for years.
Oh, I see. The copper band has got clogged up
Well,
with,
yeah, it's
with
got
gunge.
manky, hasn't it?
Yes.
It happens. It
Well,
gets
yes.
manky. Yeah, do you remember what happened on the last voyage?
I will when you remind me.
I forgot to put the fenders up.
Ah, yes. Better put the fenders up then.
Also, I seem to have been blighted by the bane of stray wood.
Ah.
I suppose you may as well get off the lock pronto, Major.
Okay.
Before anyone else does. This fellow looks like he's going to set off.
Right.
I'll go. Yeah, don't worry. My compliments, Major. The camera is all yours. Try and film as much as you can. Just get on. Hopefully the lock will be set in our favour. Yeah, that's a steep towpath. Thanks through, I know. Good show, thank you. Hop aboard, Major, hop aboard.
Hop aboard. I'm going to do the lock.
Resign. Thanks awfully, old chap. Hi, Rosenfeld.
Oh, that's leaking like a sieve, that one.
Have a glass, old man.
Oh, thank you.
As much as you can on film. Make sure you hold up to the Stourport Basin.
Make sure I've got enough to...
Film when we get into the basin.
Well, I've no idea how much I've got. If there's a way of measuring the remaining memory.
Gates are opening, old boy. That's a good sign.
They open the gates. Quick.
Whoever next does a good chap.
Coming up.
Hey? Don't think so, no. I think it's all clear ahead. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you kindly.
Thank you.
Well, that was nice, wasn't it? That
It
lovely
was,
couple.
very
helping us
kind,
through.
yeah.
There you are, you see.
Is that the nice bit of canal heritage they've done up and now
Yeah,
selling?
CRT is selling that off. They sold that off.
Is that the pontoon?
Surviving, old chap, surviving. Sorry, no, that's all right. Well, it's going to be met in port, isn't it? It's a lot worse further up, you know. Oh yeah, a lot worse. Cliffs, sheer cliffs and jungle. There you are, beautifully done.
Lovely, yeah.
Another happy landing.
Well done, sir.
Note time. Time, sir.
1347 hours.
I better inform the
Yes.
authorities, let them know that we've docked. They'll find me a more permanent mooring later. They just said
Yeah.
to dock on the pontoon for the time being.
Okay.
Alright, compliments, Major. Hauler in. That's it, pull her toward you. There we go, you see, she's got a bit of give. That's it, now tighten that line. Make that a good, tight, efficient line, sir. Once more, loop it once more, there we go, that'll do.
Now on this one.
Right, yeah, and then just loop it around Ella, there we go.
You need tying off in a knot of some sort.
No, that should be alright. After all, I'm not going to stay here long.
I'm going to move you straight off again.
Oh, hello Terry, how do you do?
Yes, we've got a boat coming in that we've just been up and pulled off a sandbank.
Oh.
So you nearly got pulled in there. Which is the easiest place to put it. For the moment, tell you what, for the moment, we will have to ask you to move at some point.
Yes, of
Tom.
course.
But for the moment, if you can get into the space there between the wet dock and this boat.
Oh yes, I sort of see that one there.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I see, I get it.
So
Okay.
if you can get into there, we'll have to move you. We'll get it all sorted out and put you somewhere permanent.
That's all right, thank you
Then
very much,
that's
Terry.
likely to be over there.
Thank you. Yeah, my compliments, I mean, I could get her into there, but no more complicated manoeuvres. I've only got one cigarette left.
Right. What we can't do is leave you there because most of the high float work off that.
No, that's right, but I see, it's between those two blue boats, right between, just sneak around.
You've got to reverse park it as well, sir.
No, I won't bother with, well, I should reverse park it, but if it's
you
only
can,
temporary.
If you can, that's fine. If you can't, don't worry.
Nah,
Otherwise
if
we'll
it's,
jump on board with you.
yeah, if it's only temporary,
It is a bit,
yeah,
it is
yeah,
tight in there. We
I know, but
if the wind gets up while you're trying to do it, that's what will take you.
that's all right. Well, look, if it's only temporary, you don't mean be climbing across the bows of another boat for a bit, you know, if it's only temporary.
Well, they're all our boats there. They're all
Okay.
our boats there, so
Okay,
basically
jolly
do what you
good.
like.
I'm sorry about the camera as well. I'm a twat.
Don't mind.
I'm awfully sorry about this,
Well,
but
we got Robbie Cummins comes in here occasionally and takes pictures.
I was moored behind Robbie Cummings and Noel, or rather Robbie Cummings moored behind me and Noel. I felt so sorry for the poor chap. I really did, because the place he was moored at was so beautiful. I was there for 3 weeks. It was marvellous. And yet you have the BBC people on him. He was there for 2 days. Keep moving, keep moving. We need footage. We need footage. So
He
he's
came here and it was about tail end of 21 it would have been. But the boat he sails, which is now called Naughty Lass, I think,
yeah.
was actually the first boat that Starline Narrowboats ever built.
Oh, the Naughty Lass is one of yours.
It's one of ours.
Hey, I
Which is
knew.
why he came back, you see. And we carried out some repairs for him here. But yes, it was not only one of ours, but the first one of ours. So the very first boat Starline built.
Well, I had a
It
feeling.
went out on the high fleets.
I had a feeling that I would feel at home in Stourport. Anyway, you'll want me to get my boat into that
Yes,
corner.
please.
Righto. Compliments, Major. Sorry about that. My compliments. Major, would you be so kind as to cast off, please?
Yes. Cast this one off first.
Yes, I suppose you better had. I suppose I've,
Centre line last.
well, I don't tie up on the centre line. I don't suppose you want to film, old chap.
I'm going to go over there.
Oh, okay then.
And if you just seen
Said-
the film I've taken,
yeah.
you're pulling this
That
other
was-
boat off the bank. Shakes isn't the word for it.
that was kind of said with the attitude of the fellow who was walking away from an explosion.
It's one of Anglo-Welsh boats.
Major? My apologies for that. That was a rather bumpier landing than I had expected. Right, I suppose I better report in at the office, hadn't I? I'm going to shimmy across, get the equipment in, lock the door, feed Jack, and we'll go to a pub, right?
Okay.
Good show. There's a Davenport's.
Davenport's pub?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's alright, they do a good IPA. Anyway, I won't be in one.
Right.
I made it to port then.
Yes.
What will happen will happen. I made it to port, I did my duty, the mission is completed. That's that, isn't it? That's that. That's that. I did my duty, I got the boat to port, there we go.
Well done,
I ended up
sir.
here in Stourport, Birmingham by the sea. We all get what we deserve.
And it's not even a sea, it's a river.
We all get what we deserve.
I actually had to walk from Bewdley today, which was an hour and a half's walk, because it's a bank holiday, and Diamond buses don't run buses on bank holidays, which, when you think it's 2023, that's pretty scandalous, really. But there's an interesting story about Bewdley and Stourport. Stourport hardly existed until the canal arrived.
Yes, I know.
And there was, I'm not telling you, Ted, I'm telling your adoring fans.
Of course, yes. All four of them.
Yes, and so there may well have been some debate as to whether the canal should come to Bewdley or to Stourport. Bewdley was an established port. There was, by use of the tides, there being no weirs between the Severn estuary and the whole of the river. The tide used to come all the way and enable navigation to go all the way up as far, I believe, as Newport in Wales. So Bewdley was an established and thriving inland port, but the canal didn't come to Bewdley. And there's a myth that the Bewdley residents and authorities refused to accept the canal, saying we don't want the stinking ditch in Bewdley. But you only have to look at the geography of Bewdley and Stourport to realise that any canal builder with half a brain would realise that taking the canal over over a significant hill and then down into Bewdley will be a massive engineering project, whereas following the valley of the River Stour, which came out at Stourport, would have been much easier, and hence the decision was never really in doubt. So the idea of the Bewdley residents refusing to accept the canal is, I believe, entirely a myth.
Yes, you have an exciting background.
That's nice.
Have you any thoughts on the voyage, Major? It was only one lock and just docking, but...
Yes, yeah, well, one's constantly learning. I always, for some reason, I thought those side paddles mounted on the towpath, on the brickwork of the lock, were sort of alternative paddles to the ones on the locks themselves. I didn't realise there were 4 paddles. I always thought there were 2.
That was the voyage, by the way. That was the voyage. That's the voyage done now.
Yes, well, in terms of the longer voyage, I know you're not cocksure or overconfident, but there was a degree of uncertainty when you set off from Alfchurch that it was not a voyage that was not without challenges, and you've met them all extremely well. Uncovered a rich what's the word? A rich progress through canal history.
A footnote, perhaps.
Dog with a waggy tail, and then back to... Doesn't matter if you've got a pole sticking out of your head, does it? Oh, I'll just...
Belay the commentary, Mr. Hockin.
Stay there.
I'm going to have one more fag. What did I want to say about this voyage? Did I have anything I wanted to say about this voyage?
I think you just wanted to say how much you dislike the idea of reverse parking, and we're going to leave it to the boffins and the...
Oh yeah, they can reverse park. I've got her into the basin. The voyage is over. I've done my duty. I think that's what I wanted to say.
Okay.
The voyage is over and I've done my duty.
Well done, sir.
Though long the voyage with peril fraught, now here I land at Stourport. Now here I land and here I'll stay, over the hills and far away. O'er the hills and o'er the ridge, from Netherton and Stourbridge, CRT command and we obey, over the hills and far